But we've got a killer hook, we've got a killer outline, and
So about
we'll see how we
12,000,
go.
already been about 2032 around, do you think?
Oh man, I hope not. But when it comes out in 2032, it's going to be excellent. It ain't done until it's done. So. There was one in the back.
There's one right here.
Yes, ma'am.
So how does the abyss work? That's one thing that I've been trying to
That's a
grapple
good
with.
question.
Is
We were just arguing about that the other day.
Yeah, we probably had 2 hours of discussion.
because the abyss, like, okay, so we have the primes are tied to soul stones, and that kind of the way you can transfer their essence, and they can come in and out or whatever. But like, say, Andariel, Duriel, heck, even the Butcher, are they kind of gone, stuck in the abyss, or will we ever see those characters again?
Interesting. Off the top of my head, what I would say is we're still working on the abyss.
Okay.
Which means exactly where does it lie? Is it related to hell? Is it a different kind of hell, or is it something totally other that people might have a wrong idea about? So we're still kind of walking through exactly what it is. The only thing we technically said about it is that Diablo and Mephisto, when put into stones, which were ultimately shattered on the Hellforge, somehow, their souls went into the abyss, which we just needed somewhere else other than hell, because that would be a vacation for them. So we'll see how all that history plays out. But I don't want to answer your question too specifically because it may pay off in ways.
Okay, and then one other little thing: are we going to see like more in-depth stuff? Because there's a lot of reference material that Cain references in this book. Are we going to see any of that explored in other ways?
So referencing like other historians and other works of historical lore. No plans. I mean, as of today, the game is kind of actualizing. Like the game is kind of actualizing a lot of that stuff. Flint was just riffing and hooking and just kind of just embellishing some, like a couple of like the historians we mentioned, like we might have had in older docs or that we've never really did anything with, but there was just so much.
We're
floating.
still decoding a number of those.
It's like Dan Brown,
petroglyphs and stuff. We're working on it. It's hieroglyph at a time.
So it's kind of like there's all these wonderful flavors on the table that we could potentially cook something with, but it's so much data. It doesn't feed directly into where like the stories for the game kind of is going, but it's all right there to be leveraged. So we're still debating.
I have a question. Hey, is the paladin dead? Cause.
Which one, mine or the one you played?
Mine's in limbo at the moment with WoW, but no, I was just wondering because it's not in D3, and I'm wondering if they're gonna add him eventually in the expansion. But then I realized that the monk uses the light too, and I don't know, it seemed kind of funny.
The paladin is a companion character.
Yeah, it's like the fictional gimmick of there being paladins or whatever, like that order. I don't know if we get into it too much. There's a Templar companion in the game, and they're kind of like an offshoot of the Paladin Order. The Paladin Order definitely got roughed up with the fall of Zakarum and the whole crash of their religious system or whatever, and essentially it's the fall of Rome in many ways. I'm sure there's plenty of them still out there trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives now. Not hugely referenced in Diablo 3 specifically, but it's certainly a gimmick in the world that can be utilized moving forward. But the only way it's really evidenced in Diablo 3, I believe, is the Templar companion character. There's some continuity there with the form of order.
With John Dar, remember? Yeah. The other guy who I always thought of as the fallen thing. I don't know if Jack McCain thought that.
I don't know. Don't hold it from his mouth. Okay. His mouth.
Yes. The answer is yes. We're going to be exploring the classes much further in published properties, in on the web, all kinds of things, all kinds of exciting things that we're talking about right now.
That's well done. He's a great voice. In the back again.
What's going on right now in your work on Rune Stone Citadel? Because I remember you started out talking
I'll cut to the chase and say no one in this shop knows. Or more the public. I have no idea. The design team's cranking on that stuff right now, and I just off the top of my head, actually, I do not know. I don't know what the latest iteration is, so I can't answer that one. Further in the back. Next week. You didn't get the memo? It's imminent, dude. When it's done, but it's critical mass. This thing's it's getting real clean. It's all kind of constructed, and it's just now we're just in that polish phase, and that phase takes as long as it takes, just to make it perfect. But all the systems are mega, and all the flow of the campaign and all that stuff, the cinematics, it's really close. It's really close, and technically we don't know yet. We're still just kind of feeling it out, but it ain't for laziness. You know what I mean? It's just got to be right. So hopefully sooner rather than later. Let's say.
That's what separates Blizzard from everybody else.
We
Take your time to
hope.
make it right.
George is signaling to us, but I can't see that far.
Wrap it up.
We're being told to wrap it up. How about one more question, guys? Anywhere? Yeah.
The first two games pretty much dictated the lore as it stood. Was there anything that you took from the book and changed the third game from? You were writing it in the book, and you said this would be really good in the game. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I mean, my feeling is the game and the book kind of evolved together.
Informed each other.
And the thing to understand about the book is a lot of things in the book are Deckard Cain's belief of what happened. I mean, this is a first-person book. And there are cases where, he doesn't know, but he'll give you both theories and stuff like that of what happened.
Which covers our asses, by the way.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's, because, you used to have to, back in like D&D days, you had, it was what the lore book said was law. Now we've got subjective lore books, and, Deckard Cain.
Yeah. But I think they definitely cross-inform each other.
So was there anything you said, wow, this would really work well in the game that you didn't have at that point? Like you thought of something from the book?
I think there's a ton of stuff, we just don't even know it, because, there was so
It's
fluid
lower
between each other.
yield kind of character things and
Yeah.
character backgrounds. I wouldn't say there's any big like world movements or big plot driving movements that informed Diablo 3. It was more like there was a vibe that we were finding, and certainly the team had the story put together in the vibe, but they just really crossed inform each other in terms of character and historical typing and context.
And just the places meaning stuff, too.
Oh yeah, area locations, things like that we had dug up.
All of a sudden we realized,
provided
well,
color.
that's
Yeah.
what happened.
So I think that will wrap that up, guys. Once again, thank you so much for being here. It's a great honor to be here with you guys for reals. I'm not sure. Store folk, is there a particular? Oh, I'm so sorry. There you are. Is there like a particular line?
Basically, we're gonna have you guys just stay put, and we're gonna help you guys get to the signing area. Like Chris said, thank you so much for coming. You guys are awesome. If you guys need the book, I'm at the cashier. And I'm going to bring the authors back, so let's give them another round of applause.